Welcome back. Today I want to go over previewing our files in the browser and then making some simple changes to our code and see how those are reflected in the look of our page. So we'll close this. I mentioned up in the corner here of the browser, of the brackets window, is this little, let's see if we can zoom in on that, icon. And this will let us preview in the browser. So I click on it, and it opens Chrome and it shows me what my page looks like. And if you type this in from the things I put online, in one version when I put it on there was a typo in here. There was a hashtag in here like that. That should not be there. So if you have that in there, get rid of it. All right, then we're good to go. So these are this body element we know basically corresponds to the whole browser window, and this gives it a background color. We could change that to something else, and when we save our file, it updates over here. So let's look at some of these other boxes. So the wrapper is a div we inserted, and its size is basically determined by the content, and the width. Default width of things is the width of the window. So let's give our wrapper a background color just to see where it is at this point. Background color, and I'll make it aqua and save that. So it's making a big aqua box in the middle of here. It's got a minimum height on it of 600, and that so I'm going to delete that just to see what happens. Again, save it, update it. And it gets smaller. So a minimum height just does what it says. It gives it a minimum height of that number, and without it, it takes on the height of its content. Since it's got a bunch of stuff in it, it's going to be big enough to do that. So if I add stuff to it, so I'll go down to my content here, and I'm going to insert a paragraph, and put some words in it, and save it. And I can see that now it's stretched my wrapper to hold the additional content. If I keep putting stuff in, it gets bigger. So what I want to do is just experiment with this. Look at, again, at the W3 schools, for all the various tags and things, and the CSS, and see what things you can add. We can change colors. We can change typefaces, for instance. Let's do font family, which is how we set typefaces. I'm going to just set it to sans serif. Save that. And I see when I did that, the type in my display in the browser changed to some sans serif typeface. Looks like, Arial or something. We can get much more specific with that, specific typefaces and things that we will look as we go over. So basically, as you add things into the body, you're adding stuff to the content, and up in the top inside this style area, we're changing the display properties. To set the color of type, for instance, we could say inside of the wrapper, it's just the word color. For some reason it doesn't have font in it, and let's make it blue violet. Save that. And we can see our type change color. We've got other properties like font size, line height, which is equivalent to leading. So start looking through those things on W3 Schools, see what things you can come up with, and then we just want to make some variations on this page. And again, you can't break anything. Put stuff in, see what happens, and then upload those files. And that's it.